quality. Thank you. It's a really good venue. I appreciate this venue. I was at a mic last week and they didn't have a mic. Like they had everything else. They had a stage, they had a crowd, they had a cable. They didn't have this thing. But they made us come up here and do it anyway. Have you ever seen stand-up without a mic? It just looks like the start of a really shitty political movement. Because there's like nobody in the audience's life is going well, except the only policies we have are like, there's too many flavored Oreos. No, that's cool. But open mics are lame. They're not fun. You know, I've been doing them for a couple of years now. My wife recently was like, "Where do you go at night? You having an affair?" And I was like, "No, I do open mic comedy." And she's like, "Oh, could you have an affair instead? That would be." Like, I can explain that to my family way easier. I like being married. We just celebrated 6-year anniversary last week. Yeah. 6 years. We don't have any kids. We found out recently we can't have children. And Jesus, Josh. All right, man. Yeah. No, it's okay. Now the reason we can't have children is they're expensive and annoying. Just like good God. And I literally cannot do that. You know. We talked about it a little bit, though. It might be too old to have a kid, though. Is 34 too old to have a kid?
No.
No? Okay, I'm 39. By the way, I can see some of you guys. When I said 34, a couple of you were like, that guy looks terrible. But so it hurt my feelings. I'm getting older, though, man. One of the things that happens when you get older is you just start getting lame. You don't realize it happens. It's just your brain. You just start being a nerd. And you don't realize it until you say something and you hear it and you're like, oh my God, what happened in my life? I said the lamest thing I've ever said in my life the other day. Me and my wife, we were fooling around, and I stopped and I said, I'm gonna go get a melatonin so I can fall asleep faster afterwards. Yeah, okay. You realize how lame that is, right? Okay? That's like if I went to a nightclub and I slipped the DJ $20 and I was like, you got any like true crime podcasts? I think we don't like that. No, but my wife is also in her late 30s, so when I said that, she was like, ooh, get two. Ooh. That's what dirty talk's like when you're in the middle of your life. No, that's my drug of choice is melatonin. I also do Adderall because I got ADD. That's something I struggle with. That's not fun. It's a good time to have ADD right now. It's better than it used to be. When I was first diagnosed, it was the early 90s. We didn't know a lot. The only treatment they had back then was a doctor would come in the room and say to your parents, hey, your child has a learning disability. So if you have other children, maybe, make one of them the favorite. That's all they knew. The science was new back then. It's not his fault. I don't blame him. But now there's a lot of stuff you can do. There's a lot of treatments. I used to go to an ADD support group. That was cool. It did not start on time, not once. I thought I had a bet. There was a guy there who takes 100 milligrams of Adderall a day. 100 milligrams, yeah. I'm just trying to pay better attention in conversations. This dude's trying to escape the Matrix. I'm like, we are not the same. Okay? It's not the same. But it's hard. I'm working on it. I am working on it. I bought a bunch of books recently on ADD. And I don't know if you can find a better example of toxic optimism than buying books on an attention deficit disorder. I can't get through a TikTok, but I bought 6 300-page textbooks that'll surely be good for what ails me, I'm sure. Here's what's interesting. You know what all those books say? Yeah, neither do I. I have no idea. Not a clue. Not a single clue at all. Here's what ADD is kind of like, if somebody's wondering. Let me end here with the glasses. Would you do me a favor? Could you just name a random year from like the last 50 years? Anyone at all?
84.
1984? Okay, yeah, 1984, that was the year Amadeus won Best Picture at the Oscars. It won 8 Oscars, actually, including Best Actor for F. Murray Abraham. And Tom Hanks would have won Best Supporting Actor, but he was nominated for Best Actor for playing Mozart, but it was more of a supporting role. Sometimes that happens where they give somebody a supporting role when it should be a main role. That happened to Meryl Streep one time, and I really don't think that's fair, because Meryl Streep is the greatest of all time. She's got over 20 Oscar nominations. That's more than any other actor. You know that? Did you know that? Did you know that? But that's not all, because Meryl Streep was also in films with Billy Wilder. Billy Wilder's won 3 Oscars for Best Director, Best Actor, Best Picture. This is not a fucking superpower! This is ridiculous! This is not okay. It's this in my head all the time. Someone was like, oh, you're probably really good at trivia. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but it's not a fair trade for this crap. Like, yeah, oh my God, yeah, a lifetime of anxiety and medication, but it was worth it, because one time I won a beer koozie. Yeah, that was fun. They say other stuff now. They're like, oh, ADD's a superpower. That's the new one. You have a superpower, because you can hyper-focus. You can think of a lot of things. Is there one superhero with ADD? There's not. That would be terrible. Can you imagine a superhero running into a room to save a bunch of hostages and he's like, why did I come in here again? Like, it doesn't even work as an old cereal. It's like, oh look, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a cloud, it's a building, it's a tree, it's a squirrel, it's a guy walking a dog. I should get a dog. It's ADD man! He is the focus of 10 men. We're all focusing on 10 different things. It doesn't work. Here's how bad my ADD is. Did you guys know you could run out of YouTube? Yeah. Just no more left. Earlier this week I was watching Charlie Bit My Finger. I was like, holy crap, I lapped it. I didn't even do that. I'm back at the beginning. I started watching Christian rock band music videos. That was that bad. Here's what I concluded. If you like Christian rock, that's totally fine. Go with God, do your thing. But I don't think Jesus would have been a fan. I really don't. You're telling me in a world where Stevie Wonder exists, Jesus is lining up to go to a Creed concert? I don't think that's happening, man. With arms wide open. Jesus is like, that's what I do. What is this? This is what I'm famous for. This guy's a jerk. No, Jesus would be cool about it, actually. I feel like if Jesus ever saw a Christian rock band, he'd be like my dad after he sees me do stand-up, you know? Be like, hey, what'd you think? Well, it looked like you were having a lot of fun up there, so good for you. Yeah. I saw that James Gunn is going to be doing Superman movies. I thought that was kind of cool. Got to figure out who the new Superman is. I think we need a black Superman. I think it's time we had a black Superman. Just some more diversity. Yeah. Also, I think that would really help with his secret identity a little bit. Because imagine a guy like me going, have you guys noticed that Superman and Clark Kent look really similar? And someone else is like, dude, you are racist. It's like, no, that's not what I meant. I won't bring it up again. I can say that. Some of my best friends are Superman. It's okay. My best friend in the world, actually, it's a good laugh, man. Best friend in the world, actually, his name's Benton. He's a foot taller than me. He's 100 pounds heavier than me. He's black, and he was born and raised in West Philadelphia. And I had to say it like that because if I said West Philadelphia, born and raised, you guys would start singing the song, and I can't have that. That's a real slap in the face. Topical humor. Okay, moving on. No, but he's been my best friend for over half my life. He's my guy, and he told me one day, he was like, dude, look, you don't have any hate in your heart. I can tell. So like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a pass. You can say the N-word if we're hanging out together and you're singing a song. That was the rule. Those are the caveats, okay? And everything was fine until, you cut to a couple weeks later, we're all singing happy birthday to him, and he changed his mind real fucking quick. Like, happy birthday, and he was just mad as hell. Anyway, my name's Sal Mascali, guys. Have a good one. Thank you.